Okay, 8th grade science, we're going to do the next section here, the first section of our last chapter. The first section of our last chapter is about temperature and heat. So let's look at the notes here. This chapter is called thermal energy, and the first section is temperature and heat. So what is the difference between temperature and heat? Okay, temperature is a measure of the average value of the kinetic energy of the molecules in random motion. And the unit for temperature is Kelvin, degrees Kelvin. And we use a K. Lots of times we use degrees Fahrenheit, we use degrees Celsius, but this is degrees Kelvin. Thermal energy all right. Thermal expansion is almost all substances expand when they are heated and contract when they are cooled, except water. Okay, that is the exception. You know that when things get hot, they expand, and when things get cold, they shrink. Okay, thermal energy is the sum of the kinetic and potential energy of all the particles in an object. Thermal energy of an object increases as temperature increases. So here are the temperature conversion equations to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius and to go from Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, if you want to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius, then you're going to take your Fahrenheit, subtract 32, and multiply by 5/9, and you get your Celsius. If you have Celsius and you want to get Fahrenheit, you'll use the one on the right, and you will take your Celsius degrees and multiply them by 9/5 and then add 32. Okay? Heat is thermal energy that flows from something at a higher temperature to something at a lower temperature. Specific heat is the amount of heat needed to raise the temperature of 1 kilograms of some material by 1 degrees Celsius. Okay, thermal energy equation down here. Change in thermal energy is mass times change of temperature times specific heat. Okay, so you're going to take the change of the temperature, temperature F minus temperature I, and then multiply it by the mass and multiply it by its specific heat. Joules, that J there is joules. So here are some specific heats of common materials. Water is 4,184. Wood is 1,760. And then carbon, glass, and iron. Okay, those are the specific heats for those substances. And that is the end of this section.